A very good morning to you and welcome back to my channel. It is a beautiful Tuesday, 5th of November, and we are all excited because it is the D Day and America decides. So there's a lot of tension going on right now. I know the early voting started and ended few days ago. And when they do the early voting, nobody counts, so nobody know who is leading right now. But today actually is the D-Day, and all the voters are going to vote today. Those who didn't do the early voting, everybody is going to go out to vote today. And usually, by 7 p.m. American time, we should be knowing like who won and who lost. But right now, if you belong to different groups, you already see now messages. The tension is high. Who do you think is going to win? But you listening to me, who do you think is going to win? Do you think Trump is going to win? Do you think Kamala Harris is going to win? Who actually do you want to be the president this year? So in 2020, after the election, it took more than a day, couple of days actually, to announce the result. And hopefully that's not what is going to happen this year, because I mean we can't wait that long. And it took actually that much time, 2020, because of COVID. And there were different methods of voting which made it very difficult for votes to be counted. But this year there's no COVID, and we are hoping that AP, which is the trusted body that have been counting, announcing elections for America for the past 200 years, will come up with results later this evening. Sometimes it might go beyond today, it might even extend till tomorrow or a couple of days, depending on what surrounds the election. And you knowing that, you know who is contesting this time, Trump, um, who belongs to Republican Party, he doesn't outrightly or straightforwardly accept defeat. The last time he lost, I mean, they started a lot of lawsuits and all that, a lot of distractions claiming that he won, and they rigged the election and all that. But we all know that the AP are very trustworthy, and the American election has been free and fair, except for the single time that my man Trump won, actually, that it was found out later that Russia actually interfered in the US election. That has never been heard before, but with Trump it was heard. But anyway, he won that time, and I mean, it was okay. He ran his term for 4 years, and nobody disputed that, because I mean they found out after the whole election and all that. But since after then, a lot of strategies have been put in place, because trust me, America, they can be, they can be lenient, but when they notice such thing, they will stay ahead of you like 1 million times. Again, is also difficult to count, because I mean you have over 160 million votes to be counted, and most of those votes, people are voting on the paper, checking the candidate they want to be the president and all that. So it actually takes time to count. But nevertheless, they know how they've been doing all this, and we expect this year not to be different. Actually, it should be different from 2020, because we don't want the result to last 4 days before we know who won. But you listening to me, who do you think is going to win this election? A lot of people are uh, campaigning or rooting for Trump because of several reasons. He has made bunch of promises, but he has also stated categorically clear what he would not tolerate if he becomes the president, which some people are not okay with, but some people are okay with it. On the other hand, Kamala Harris is coming out as as a female president, who actually, if she wins, will be the first ever American female president. And she's from the Democratic Party, and she has made a lot of promises, some of them favorable to some people, some of them not liked by some people. But we are all looking and just watching to see who is going to win this election, because the tension is pretty high, because Kamala is actually strong. She's been She's been in the legal system before, and she is matching it down with Trump. She is really very strong. That's why nobody can actually easily say, oh, Trump is going to win this election. You can outrightly say that because there's a close, very, very close, target in many states already. So we just like waiting patiently, or or impatiently, I don't know. But yeah, if you haven't liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't. Let me know in the comment section who you think is going to win this election. Honestly, we cannot wait, but at the end of the day, we have to wait for AP, and that is what disgusts me. Even when other medias have announced, like CNN and many other reputable media sources have announced the election, I mean, people still have to say, oh, we have to wait for AP, because they actually are the authorized legal body to say, okay, this is the person that won. And their accuracy in results have been like 99.9%. And that is why America have relied on them for years. So if you haven't had a result from AP, I mean, other sources, we can just be jubilating. Oh, we see how the progress is going, and other media sources announcing. We can hold our body with that, but we cannot actually conclude, because AP, they rely on accuracy more. They rather wait and make sure everything is accurate before they bring out the result, uh, instead of like rushing to be the first to announce it. And they've been doing this for over 200 years, and everybody trusts them because they have been doing good. The other thing I want to talk about is, one thing people don't know is this: many people don't like Trump. Some people like him, and I want to tell you something. Somebody was saying yesterday that people don't notice that why Trump is being hated is because he is very outspoken, and sometimes he is very extremely rude, which maybe is his upbringing or something. Because if you noticed, when Trump became the president, the last time he was the president, a couple of years ago, he said he was going to deport a lot of people. He makes some racial statements and all that, and that's why people don't like him. And he's still saying it this time, that immigration is going to be tough and all that and all that. That's okay. But we were looking at statistics for the past 4 years that Joe Biden has been in the office. Do you know what we noticed? That most deportation actually was done by Joe Biden regime instead of Trump. The people Joe Biden has deported so far is almost doubling the number of people Trump deported. So I think Joe Biden, or would I say the Democrat, they just keep quiet and run their stuff and do whatever they want to do. But Trump is being criticized a lot because he doesn't know how to keep it short. He doesn't know how to hold it. He's going to tell you what he's going to do, and he doesn't really care if it's favorable to you, if it affects you emotionally. And that's why people are against him. Many people are against him. If he didn't really have that would I say communication attitude, a lot of people would have liked him. If he's the type that keeps quiet and runs his thing on the ground, like Biden or other Democrats, people would actually easily predict that he was going to win this election. But because of the way he talks, and because of the way he treats situations sometimes, you remember the last time when Puerto Rico, they had a issue, the way he handled it, it wasn't okay at all. And that's why he find it difficult to win elections, especially a time like this. Because if not, trust me, a lot of people have issues. Oh, why is a woman coming out for presidency? I don't think they are ready to do that. And I'm like, what? Why do you think so? Why do you think a woman is not ready to lead the country? I mean, many countries have first female president, and they are doing well so far. Even Mexico just elected a woman for the first time in the history as a president. And so far, so good. I mean, everybody's saying maybe they're going to assassinate her easily or whatever, but at least she's still the president and she's doing well. And Mexico is not the only country that have elected a woman as a president. So good luck to both of them. I wish you luck, Kamala Harris, and I wish you luck, Trump. We see who wins before the day runs out. Thank you for listening, and please stay tuned. And as I will keep bringing you updates, especially when the result is called.